All right, everyone. What is going on? We are live. Everything looks like we're going live here, anyways. My voice is still bad, so please do bear with me as I don't know, just heal from whatever the hell this is. Don't feel sick or anything. Just lost my voice. Anyways, welcome back. My name is Odum. This is the Unconventional Mindset. And every Monday through Friday, we get together right here on YouTube. We live stream and we work on our business as we try to build it into something that we hope is going to generate us $1 million in revenue every single year. At least that's the initial goal that we're aiming for, and we'll get there. I know we'll get there. We're just gonna keep plugging away. Brent, how's it going? Yeah, everything's going well. Thank you, except for the fact that I can't speak very well. Other than that, everything's going great. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, getting exciting though because they're just about wrapping up this style guide, and excited to get this out there and start moving on to well, I don't know, just more marketing things, more things to do with promoting Piixel and getting the word out there. So looking forward to that. So we're gonna just jump right in here, and the last couple of things that we need to work on is we need to do the form, and then we have to do the what is it called? The blah 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 blah. I think I wrote it down. We have to do the utility. So we have to get that done today. And then once that's done, we're kind of almost in the clear. We got a few other things to work on, but partied too hard last night. Oh, me or you? No party for me. My in-laws were in town all week. So there's no partying. I mean, there'd be no partying anyways for me anyways, because I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just too old for that. Maybe going down to the pub having a drink. That might be that might be the whole of it. Yeah, good. You're doing well. Good to hear it. Awesome. Right on. All right. Let's get going here. So the only things that we want to put here on the input form here or the other things that we want to put on is the radio buttons and the checkbox, and that's pretty much it. Because then we have the inputs, the fields, and that could be password, email, whatever the case may be. They're all the same. I mean, they all look the same. They'll behave the same. And then we have the text area. Then we have the selection, and then we'll have the checkbox and radio, and then the button, and that's it for the forms. So we're almost there. Kevin, how's it going? Good morning. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? All right. Okay. So right, let's just start very quickly here. Let's create a new group. And let's go with the checkbox, right? Okay. So I wonder. Oh, because you're in Seattle. What are you doing there? Awesome. I've never been there. I heard it's pretty cool. I've been. I guess British Columbia is somewhat close. I've been to Victoria. That's about as close as I've been. Hopefully you're not getting rain, getting some good weather. Seattle. So you're 4 hours behind. So it is 11. So it is like it's 7 a.m. You're up at 7 a.m. Crazy. I guess sometimes maybe when you're traveling too, you're just kind of excited and you can't sleep. But awesome. What do you? Work meetings. Oh, that's cool. So it's always nice to go to places that's kind of paid for, on work's time, which is kind of nice. Then yeah, you can kind of go out, explore, and then stay a couple extra days or whatever. So that's always nice. So cool. Right on. Well, enjoy. Let me know how it is. I heard Seattle's a pretty cool town. Yeah. Now that they have an NHL team, now they're like a legitimate city. Already 4 p.m. here. Yeah, Brent, if I'm not mistaken, you're in the UK, right? I apologize if I can't remember exactly, but I think you were from the UK, or you're in the UK, anyways. Oh, you're in Belgium. Oh, okay, cool. Right on. Or maybe you never said. I think there's a couple of people that are from the UK. Anyways, cool, awesome. Uh, Belgium, another place that I've wanted to go. I mean, I've never been to Europe, so I want to go and like do the whole thing. Just explore everything. Um, Gorgeous continent. Cool. All right. Checkbox. Right. So what was I thinking? Right. I was thinking of, let me go back to, actually, let's go to the dashboard here. Because I might just be able to copy some of the stuff that I've already done. Let's go to Pixel Pieces. Let's go to our components here. And, oops. We want to go to a form. All right, perfect. So I think what we can do, let's just, let's copy a checkbox here. Okay. All right, and let's actually, we want to compare this to what we have here in our actual style guide just to make sure that we're on the same page here. Okay, so let's go to forms and we have our checkbox. Okay, here we go. So it's all flex and no padding. And then we have the actual icons as well too. Okay, let's put this off to the side. Right, and this has a whole, I think what we want to do is, let's rename this one. This is just form underscore checkbox. Already exists, okay. That's okay. Let's go to this form underscore checkbox. All right, and this one, we're just going to change this. Oh, actually, what am I doing? If I'm renaming everything, that's not good because we kind of want to have the styles here, right? Okay. Form. I don't know if we want that to be labeled because then it's going to be bold. We'll have to see. Okay. So form checkbox. And we have, sorry, I'm just looking at my styles. We have no padding. So remove that. Oh, yeah. Let's put it at 0. Margin as well as at 0. We are going to display flex. And I think we need to align it center. And we want to give it a little bit of a gap. And why is it giving a gap on that side? Oh, that's interesting. Why did it do that? So it's putting a gap on the side. Is there like a pseudo element on this checkbox class? What is going on there? Let's see. All right, this is the form group. This is the form checkbox. Has that? Oh, it has an input. Oh, interesting. Okay. Right. Okay. So we might have to have a little bit of a different strategy for this to lay this out. We definitely don't want to have a gap then. Oh boy. How are we going to lay this out? I mean, obviously here, what do we have? We have flex line at the top and it's got a gap. But this one is okay. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. What? That's very strange. So why is it here that whenever I put in a gap here, that it's getting a gap on both sides, and on this one it's not. But I mean, I would imagine it's the same thing. It does here as well too. So something's going on. Position absolute. What is the difference? There's definitely something with this. Oh, delete this one. Interesting. The checkbox, input, the span. This one has this checkbox before. There's something with that. I wonder if I have. I probably have. Or do I have any kind of custom style here? Oh, let's go here. I do have some code. Here we go. There it is. Right. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Well, let's just copy this. Let's just copy this whole thing here. Oh, that's really annoying. That's annoying. What can we do to counteract that? Because we don't want to have people having to, copy custom code into a form. But I guess what we can do in here is we can just go form checkbox. I do wonder if there's any issues here with accessibility if I take this out, though. Something to do that I should probably test. In fact, let's exit out of this, or let's copy it out of here. Should discard. Let's put it in the global styles for now. Excuse me. All right. Let's throw it here at the. Whoop. Put it here at the end. Save and close. Okay. Now. Okay, here we go. All right, now we're back in business. Okay, so that looks how it should look. That looks how it should look. What if we line it as interesting? It's really tough with lining up text sometimes because it kind of depends on the font and how the font itself is rendered on the screen. Because I know that it's off by Piixel. I can see it and it's driving me insane. But I don't know if there's anything I could do about it or if I should do anything because I think it'll complicate how people might use it, the style guide, when they have a different font or whatever and be like, hey, how come this one's out of alignment? So I don't think there's any net benefit for it. All right. Checkbox item. All right, and I'll copy paste this. And there's one more that we need to do, and that is the radio. All right. Radio selection. Radio option, maybe radio option 1. Maybe we should do a couple. Oh, how come that didn't stick? Choice value. Oh, that's going to be in the HTML, right? Radio. Radio option 1. Checkbox item 1. Yeah, we'll do another checkbox. Copy, paste. Form checkbox 2. Form checkbox 1. Okay. Okay, so we have radio form. Good, and we have radio. What is it? Let's go back to our style guide. It is form underscore radio icon, right? Oh, I messed this one up. Form underscore radio. There we go. And then radio underscore form. Form label. Okay. Let's take a quick look at this here. Okay, I think, do we have it kind of the same? I have it at 1, border, margin 0 instead of, okay. You might have to update the margin on the top. Okay, so let's go back here. Radio form, we're gonna have 1. Oh no, that's not what we wanted. I think what we wanted is the height and width. Perfect. And margin, I don't know why it's minus 20 there. Okay, that's another interesting thing. We're gonna have to figure out what's on. Oh, there's the padding here. Okay. And form radio, there should be 0 padding, so let's remove that. Oh. I think the same thing, we want to display it flex. Not that way. Line at the top. And give it our gap. Same thing here. So I think, I have to take a look at that here. Yeah, let's do that right now. Form radio. Delete this one. We don't need that anymore. Go to our styles. Edit. So we want form underscore. Oops. Actually, we can go here. We want with radio. Oh. Get this, target the pseudo class, display none. All right. So that should align it. Oh, that didn't for this one. Did I get that one wrong? From radio with radio. Okay, Okay, I didn't target that correctly. What did I do wrong? Whoops. Oh my goodness. Shoot, do I have underscore? I feel like I have underscore. Hang on a second. Let's go back here. Form underscore radio. Oh, I need to change this. I didn't even finish this one. Oh, this is, what am I doing here? Form underscore radio icon. My goodness. 0, 1, 1. Whoop. So these should be, these need to be underscores. So I'm not even sure why that one's working with the checkbox. There we go. All right. Now we have that working. Let's copy and paste that one. So let's just see if we got it. It's actually working. Yeah, see now? Now we have an issue. Is actually, let's go back here. It's not actually, it's not even selecting. At least I don't think so. Yeah, the radio is not selecting. Okay, so let's go back here for a second. Move that. Let's go back. Oops. Oh, it's still not selecting at all. Maybe it's because it's not, it's a form. Yeah, it says this only works on a published site. So maybe that's the problem. Which kind of sucks though, because I don't want to publish this thing just quite yet. Okay, we'll put a pin in that one and we'll kind of we'll go back to it. Okay, so let's go back one last time here. Go back here, dot form underscore radio with radio before. Okay. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Oh, this is also the wrong spot. I feel like, did we copy this one? I want to copy this one and bring it here. Excuse me. This way we have all the styling here and we can kind of just adjust to kind of what we want, because I think these ones are styled much better. Well, they're styled exactly the way that we want to, and we're just going to update this to match the actual styles that we have here. I think that'll be the easier way to go. All right. Delete this one. Delete this one. I need to clear my styles. So let's clear some of these. Although I think we have checkboxes. So we have this whole form here. All right, let's delete this whole one. Let's delete that. Let's clear some styles if that got rid of anything. No, okay. We're actually going to have it also on this page. Oh, not this page. On this page, I think. I still have forms here. So, yeah, let's delete that as well. Okay. All right. It's clearing some of this stuff. Good. Perfect. So let's go back here and let's rename this one to form underscore radio. What is it? Radio icon. Perfect. And then this one here, we're going to rename this one to form underscore checkbox icon. Perfect. Let's get rid of our console there. And oh shit, I'm in the wrong spot. Damn it. Here's where we want to be. I was in the wrong project. Okay. Where's our form? No, I'm not even on the right page. Okay. Here we are. I think I still cleared all my styles, didn't I? Okay. Hopefully this works out well. All right. So let's go here, rename this form underscore radio icon. Okay, perfect. Great. And here is form underscore checkbox icon. Rolando, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, last night's cold. So I'm not cold. I don't have a cold. I'm not sick or anything like that. I've just lost my voice. And yesterday, I think I was having like a 3-hour long discussion with someone, and that was after my voice was already feeling kind of bad. So I lost my voice then again, and then I had to do my live stream afterwards. So yeah, so it's just kind of slowly coming back now. I think just talking every day here on this live stream doesn't really help in terms of trying to get things to heal, but there's some term that Andrea called it when you actually lose your voice. I can't remember what it's called, but it's actually a thing. So I don't know. But other than just my voice, I feel completely fine. So don't know what to make of it. Okay, so this one, we're going to rename this one to form underscore, it's just form radio. Perfect. And here, we're form checkbox. Okay, perfect. So form radio, if I do this gap, okay, now this gap is okay. So we can do that. Everything is looking good. We just want to rename this. No, we don't want to rename this. We just want to go form underscore label. But how you doing, Rolando? Hope all is well. Okay. So I like that. So yeah, let's make another one. Form radio. I guess we'll make this I don't know, framer, whatever. Okay. So again, the checkboxes does anybody know in Webflow if you're just in the whatever preview mode that the radio buttons don't work? Or is this something that has to do with what I did to hide some pseudo element. Oh, temperatures more than 45 degrees. That is hot. And that's just straight. That's not even including like humidity. Man, that is hot. That is hot. I hope you have air conditioning. But even still, 45 degrees. I mean, you don't want to be blasting air conditioning like all day too. Like that's such crazy temperatures. Oh my goodness. Well, it's like 26 degrees, or it's going to be supposedly 26 degrees here. And like, that's perfect. That's like such a nice temperature. 45, that's insane. And for you like Americans or guys that are like Kevin, if you're just on Fahrenheit, I think that's like 2000 degrees. It's pretty hot. No, 45 degrees. That's gonna be like 110, 105. I don't know. I need to know. I need Celsius to Fahrenheit. Oh, I don't know how you do this Fahrenheit stuff. Oh, it's the most ridiculous form of measurement ever. 45. Oh, it's 113. Crazy. So radio buttons should work in the designer. Okay, so then there's something wrong. There's definitely something wrong. So if I go here, yeah, they're not working here. But these are published. So if I go here just to see. This radio one, it's working here, like on the live site, but it's not working here in preview mode. So that has me a little bit nervous, especially Brent, if you're saying that it should be working. So I'm gonna look into it offline and just see if there's any issues with what I did and figure out if there's maybe another way of doing it, because I don't know if that pseudo element has anything to do with how it's registering like a click or whatever, especially if you're using maybe a keyboard to navigate, not a mouse. So I'll take a look at that. Yeah, we have air conditioning. I'm shaking just thinking about the electricity bill. Yeah, I know, like air conditioning is not, like it's not cheap for sure. Yeah, I tend to use it very sporadically as well too. But at 45 degrees, I mean, well, like what can you do? Like, there's not much. I mean, hopefully at nighttime you get a little bit of reprieve and it's a little bit cool, or maybe you have a lake, or I don't know if you're close by a lake or an ocean or something, or the ocean, and go for a quick dip. Keep cool that way as well. Although that's tough if you're working in front of a computer. You don't really have the luxury of just going for a dip while you're working. Okay, so all right, yeah. So this is, I think this is pretty much it. Other than the fact that it's not working on preview mode. So let's just take a quick look here at what we have. So yeah, we did put some margins here. We do have some spacing here. I think we can get rid of that spacing. This one, I think, yeah, this still needs to be there. We have our height and width. We have our borders, and we have our border colors. 9E. I think that is neutral 400. Excellent. Let's do that for this one as well too. Neutral 400. Yeah, so this one does have a margin on top. So what is this? What if I remove that margin? Oh, okay, interesting. So if we remove our margin here, or we make it 0, and if we take a look at this and we float it in the middle, that works. That's much better. Why didn't I do that before? Now it's for sure going to be centered. Okay, perfect. Excellent. And I like that because it's much cleaner. As clean as we can be is perfect. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, at night we're around 35 degrees Celsius. No lakes or sea here. Water and electricity cuts. Things are getting complicated here. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, I do remember we do need to talk too, because I've been talking to a few people. There's somebody that just came back You know, because people are like, oh, I want to get out of Canada. And somebody I just found out took off to Costa Rica, and then they kind of came back because yeah, it's um, I don't know, just the difference in living and difference in culture or what have you. But yeah, that sucks to hear. Well, that's one good thing about Canada. I mean, yeah, we have our problems too, but I mean, it's a pretty. I guess it's not that bad of a place to live in terms of our utilities are always working, right? So I mean, other than when there's power outages during storms or what have you, because we get hurricanes here, but other than that, it's pretty good that way. I mean, if you can afford it, then I guess it's good. Okay. Hmm. I'm just trying to think here how to whoop, how to design this. Actually, I just use my arrows, much easier. I wonder what we should do with this tag here. What's actually hmm. Hmm. You're praying for a hurricane, I guess, just to get some relief and to get some water, some rain. Yeah, I can imagine, especially at those temperatures. Well, hopefully you're inland enough too to not get the brunt of a hurricane as well too. So, um, because you want a hurricane, but not too crazy of a hurricane that'll just like demolish and destroy everything. Okay. One thing that I want to ask you guys, and I don't think we're gonna have time to do this today. So, and if we don't, then it'll be tomorrow. So there's one final thing that needs to be done after I get this form kind of put into place, and then the utility, and that's pretty easy. That's just these style. I can basically just cut and paste them. So that's only going to take like 5 minutes. But we need a landing page for this, um, for the style guide, and I want need to call it something. I don't know what to call this thing. So I think I have here on the main page. I don't get to figure what the main page is going to be. I was just thinking of calling it. What was I thinking? Right, so it's Pixel Pieces Style Guide or whatever. But I was thinking of maybe just calling it Pi. Maybe there's something that could be done with Pi, and maybe there's a play on words in terms of Pi, like 3.14, or just Pi, like just a piece of Pi. I don't know in terms of pixels. Like I don't know. So I'm just kind of thinking of maybe something kind of clever, what we can actually call the style guide. So if you have any ideas, do let me know, or what you think, because we just need to have a name. So anyways, why we want to have a name is because we need to have a homepage, and it's just going to be some kind of landing page. It's just gonna be super simple and blank, and just be like, hey, whatever style guide, version 1.0, and then kind of, away you go, right? So just in like big, huge letters. So I'll just design a very simple landing page for it. Anyways, so I've just been thinking about that. So that'll be the task for tomorrow, to kind of just finalize this whole thing and then kind of push it out the door. So, so I like Pixel Pieces design system. Pixel Pieces design system. Yeah, or just as it is right now, the Pixel Pieces design system. Is it too much of a mouthful? That's the only thing that I not worry about, but I guess you have like client first and like Pixel Pieces. I mean, yeah, like it could work. I mean, that's what it's called right now. So I mean, it's not like it's it'd be a drastic change. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, because I like the whole Pixel Pieces in terms of obviously just being like pieces of things that you use to put together the whole, right? Um, all right. Okay, so I was just thinking of the layout here of this form. I think maybe if we put, let's just call it, let's just call this pixel form, I guess. I don't know. that should have updated the. Oh, that's the ID. Not the name of the form. We want to change the name of the form. Piixel. We'll just call it Piixel form for now. Because design system you can use as a keyword and link as a magnet. So yeah, I was thinking of design system, or also thinking about framework as well too. So I don't know which word describes it better. I feel my gut is kind of telling me like framework is better, or maybe makes the most sense. But let me just Pixel pieces like design system, or Pixel pieces. I don't know if it's just framework or just like design framework. Design. I'll put this in these curly brackets to denote if I like it or not. I guess a good thing too would be what's a good keyword? Like what keyword generally works best? Or do people type in more? Design systems or design framework? Like I feel like the design system is more for something like Figma, but then a framework is something that you use to actually kind of, I think of that like building, like you're actually building. At least that's in my mind how I see the distinction between a design system and a design framework. So, but I mean, that could just be me overthinking things, which I've never done before. But I really like the idea in terms of, just thinking about SEO and all that stuff. I really appreciate you always keep me on point with SEO stuff, because it's so important, and I need to do better. Definitely need to do better at it. Okay, so all of this stuff I wanted to we're okay. Whatever, that ID doesn't matter. Okay, I don't think people are going to be copying and pasting. Oh, people might anyways. Okay. Right, I think we'll just call this form. Let's just call it form container. I think that'll be good. So then we can have this layout. I guess we could just make it flex for now. We want it to go vertical. Or is that vertical, horizontal? I don't know. It's stacked. Pancake stacked. We don't want to stretch it. Oh, I always get used to this whole interface here from Webflow. And a little bit of gap in between. Oh, actually, hang on. Now this is not. This is shoot. I wonder now if we stretch this out. Yeah, everything's stretched out. What is good default here? I don't know if we should have it stretched out or not. So Pixel Pieces components is what I would think of, but might be because I build sites myself. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of could be like a potential target market for this too. You know, I mean, if you build sites yourself, whatever makes the most sense for you. But the thing too is with calling it Pixel Pieces components, I mean, that's kind of what the actual Pixel Pieces component library is kind of called, right? Where like that's kind of this thing with components. So I don't know about getting that a little bit too mixed up in terms of what's what. But yeah, components is definitely obviously the first thing I think of when I'm thinking of all these things I'm using to kind of building things. But the style guide itself. So do you consider like other style guides as components as opposed to more of, you know, like style guides or frameworks? Yes, you are right. But since it is product aimed at novice designers and developers, I think that designing system is more optimal. All right, fair enough. I definitely won't argue. That sounds really good to me. Yeah, sounds good to me. All right, yeah. So back to this. So for this form right here, Form container. Right. Instead of having this thing aligned, like stretched out like this, does it make sense for default to put the input label or the form input? Should we have that a width of 100%? Even still, and then I guess we need the minimum width. Oh, that's still not working. Why is that not working? Why is that not going at 100%? Okay, this is weird. Oh, because of this form group thing. Oh, right. So maybe this form group, we also need to put it on 100%. And if the form group's at 100%, this thing here doesn't need to be at 100% because that I think by default, the input fields automatically span the length of its parent element. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So no, you're actually right. I'd say you have your framework, which is Piixel Pieces, and then explaining the framework through the style guide. Okay, yeah, I see. So then I would just call it Piixel Pieces style guide to avoid any confusion. Yeah. Okay. No, fair enough. Yeah. So you have Piixel Pieces the style guide, then you have like Piixel Pieces, which is just the main site that you join. Yeah. Although I will say that I do like what FinSuite has in terms of, I mean, they don't sell components, so it's a little bit different, but they have this FinSuite, and then the style guide is just the client first thing. But they're a little bit different in terms of what they do. And they don't quite do, I guess I'm more like what Reloom does, which is, they have their library and then they have their style guide too. I think they just call it style guide as well too. Okay, thanks guys. Good stuff to think about. Okay, so they have this form container. An alignment. I don't think. Oh, yeah, we do want to have it here. All right. Gap at 1. Maybe even a little. Should it be a little bit more? It's tough to say. This makes it maybe displayed a little bit more. I think, but everything else is kind of 1. I think I'll keep it. Yeah, I'll keep it here. Inputs. Let's think. Let's go with WordPress or Ghost. All right. Okay, good. I like that. One thing that we want to do, or that I know I need to do, is make sure that our styles are matching. So what I mean by that is whatever I have written down here, I need to make sure that it matches, because I think there's some stuff that are different. And then after that, then I just need to do these utility classes. And again, that'll be super, super easy. Yeah, which is kind of, yeah. Let me just throw this here for a second. Okay. So Brent, do you plan on making pre-built sites as well as using your components and sell those as standalone products? So I do. Yeah. The short answer is yes. I think it makes a whole lot of sense. Well, I don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense, but my initial plan was to have templates as well as components. So I would love to build kind of these pre-built templates that people can buy, whether, whatever, sell them for $100 or whatever, and have that available. So I do plan to do that. So yeah, I think it'll be a good idea. Do you think it'll be a good idea, or do you think it'll be a bad idea? Because I think that's what I think that's what I want to do. So will they be behind a paywall? So I think a majority of the ones that I'm going to have are not going to be behind a paywall. They're going to be they're either going to be for free, or well, I guess maybe they'll be part of the actual package. So if you're a Pixel Pieces member, if you're a free member, there might be some stuff for free, but there might be some more like maybe more premium stuff that'll be part of being a Pixel Pieces member, like an actual paid member, or maybe there'll be a standalone product. You know what? I really have no idea. I haven't thought too much of it, but what I do know is I'm working on. It's called What is it called? It's called Webflow, or is it no? Or it's called Naked Flow, which is kind of a thing on Naked Press. So it's going to be a pre-built theme, I guess you can say, but that's kind of a more minimal theme. So it'll have things that are pre-built for like blogs and different things like that that you can use as a starting point. So it'll be much more than a style guide and more than just empty components. It'll be this entire Webflow project that you can have and you can take. That if you just want to do a little bit of designing, you can pretty much have a ready to go website. I mean, pretty basic in a sense, but it's almost like those pre-built Webflow skins that were available, and I'm sure there still are, but then making it for Webflow. Or did I say WordPress? I meant WordPress if I said Webflow twice, but those WordPress skins and kind of make it in for Webflow, and that'll be for free. So yeah, I'd love to know what your opinions are on it or what you would want to see. But I think initially the ones that I do make, especially my initial ones, I'm sure I'm going to offer them for free and just put them out there. Because for right now, my goal isn't to try to make money by selling Webflow templates. My goal is to get people to join the community and then, hopefully just buy the lifetime membership to Pixel Pieces and just get people in that way. And if I could create templates that are free, that helps get people into the door and know who I am and know who Piixel is and Pixel Pieces, then I think that's going to be the way to go. So probably initially, at least I would imagine even for this whole 2024, any templates that I make, I can't say I'm sure, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to be made available for free. So, or at a bare minimum, kind of sign up for free. And then, I'll send you the link so you can download or clone the project or something like that, right? So that's my thought process on that. But anyways, hopefully we can finish off. Well, I'm definitely going to finish this style guide tonight and on to tomorrow. And then we'll launch that. And then we could start talking again, getting more into the whole marketing scheme of things. Because now I think I'm ready to go. We updated Pixel Pieces completely, so that now I can have as many components as I want. There's unlimited components. And then having the style guide as well too, we can help promote that. So now we can start doing marketing things. I think one of the first things to do would be creating a Discord community. So maybe we can do that live as well too. It's like, hey, let's just make a Discord. Was it called like a server or something like that? I don't know. We'll fire something that up and just kind of get started on that. Anyways, yeah. So I don't know. That's enough rambling. That's enough rambling for me. Okay, so I'm going to end it here because there's all the other stuff I have to do. It's just a little boring stuff here on Webflow. So I'll just get that done kind of offline. And then we'll be back here tomorrow and we'll publish the style guide. We'll get that out there. We'll put it up on the Webflow whatever community. And we'll see if we could get some kind of Discord and maybe do some, figure out what else we could do for marketing or what have you to kind of get the word out there. So, more than happy to help the chat with the server. Oh, so it is a server for Discord. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I've never done it before, so we'll see how it goes. I would appreciate any help, especially if you have some experience. Awesome, I really appreciate that. Especially if I'm like struggling trying to figure things out. I appreciate that. So tomorrow, tomorrow I'll probably be. What day is it tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. So I'll be a little bit later on Thursdays because I'm usually out in the morning. So I'll be streaming a little bit later, kind of something like 12:30 p.m. my time. So hopefully that's not too late for you because you said you're 5 hours ahead or something. So it might be a little bit. Hopefully it's not too late for you. Anyways, if you can stop by, I'd appreciate it. Rolando, do you know what the percentage of tax that is paid per dollar in Canada is? Okay, I'll answer this question real quick before I got to get out of here. Hang on a second. Brent, no worries. Take care. Give your voice some rest the rest of the day. Yeah, I'm definitely planning to do that. So hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. Thank you. Appreciate that. What percentage of tax is paid here in Canada? So So it depends too. Are you also talking about corporate tax or personal tax? Hang on a second. So like many places, we have a progressive tax rate. So just taking a look here of our tax rate. So this is just the federal tax, right? So 15% of the taxable income that is at this price. So I mean, you have your portions right here, and then on top of this, then you also have provincial tax. So for example, I am in blah 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 Nova Scotia. We have all of this tax on top of that, right? So just at the lower tax rate, you're at 15% plus 9%. So you're at 20, whatever that is, 24% tax rate, I would say. So that's at the lowest end, right? So of course, if you're making a whole lot of money, you're over 50% tax rate. And of course, it's progressive or whatever it is. So not all of your income tax is taxed at that rate, just what you pay over. So there's that tax. And then there's sales tax. So sales tax, again, it depends on the province you're in, but for most of it, it's about 15%. So anything that you buy, there's a 15% tax on everything. And then of course you have property tax. If you own your own home, so there's that to consider. There's insurance. That's another big thing that is pretty pricey. The gas prices here are almost at $2 per liter of gas. So I think it's about $1.90, or maybe it's $1.80 per liter. So that's pretty expensive. A lot of tax on that. There's a new carbon tax, which is kind of the hidden tax that's going on all of our kind of our products. And then there's corporate tax. There's corporate tax, which starts at 15% on anything that's under $500,000. And anything over that, then it bumps up to, I'm not exactly quite sure, maybe 30%, 40%, something like that. So yeah. And then there is, what other tax is there? Well, then there's all the other tax in terms of like the capital gains tax and all that kind of stuff, but that's kind of standard for lots of places. But the capital gains tax is 50% over everything that's over 250,000. And there was just the whole grumblings of upping that to 67% or 66% tax rate for anything that's over $250,000. So like if you have $1 million cottage and you sell that, for the $750,000 you would get for selling that, 67% of that would go to the government, which is insane. Even the fact that it's 50% is pretty high. So anyways, so we have a lot of tax. We're pretty high. So if you sell a template for $10, you only have about $3.95. So it's a lot more complicated than that in terms of what you do for your business. Yeah, we can get into this a little bit. We can get into this later if you want. So I love talking about business, and I love talking about business taxes and all that kind of stuff. But it's not quite like that, because here in business in Canada, it's not too bad in terms of you get tax credits. So if I buy anything for my business, I can deduct that off of what my actual income is. So if I make $10, as you said, I sell a template, but I spend $10 in whatever, I pay no tax at all because I have zero net income. So there's nuances and there's things you can do when you have a corporation. Like anyways, I believe like everyone should have a corporation just because of the things that you can do for the tax benefits. So that's kind of another issue all on its own. But for example, just to say, like my business made just under $100,000 in revenue last year, and I had to pay. I think I had to pay, after all of my expenses and everything, I had to pay about $5,600 in tax. So, and that's out of basically $100,000 in income. So that's what it was like for my first year. And a lot of that stuff has to do with the tax benefits and stuff that I can do in terms of how I move my money and stuff like that. So anyways, if we could talk a lot about that stuff at some other point, because I love talking, or reach out to me personally. I love talking about this stuff because I think it's really important. Understanding finances and understanding what's the best thing that you can do to make sure that you keep the most money you possibly can in your pocket, legally, of course, because like I hate paying taxes. I understand why I pay taxes, and I don't mind paying taxes if I feel like it's going to the right things, and that I think that I was actually doing good. But yeah, but I prefer to keep money in my own pocket so I can pay my own. I can have a staff, pay some staff, help expand and grow my own business, right, and pay myself as well too, before paying taxes. Anyways, so I'm gonna leave it there because I'm gonna start rambling again and losing my voice and all that. But yeah, Rolando, do reach out to me. I'm happy to have conversations and talk about this, because especially if you're thinking about coming to Canada or whatever, it's kind of important things to consider to figure out what the tax implications are. So super important. Great topics. Okay, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to rest up my voice. I appreciate all the support. And we'll be back here as always for another live stream tomorrow. I think what's tomorrow, Friday? No, tomorrow's Thursday. So we got 2 more to go to the week. Have yourself a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.